So a very special friend of mine gave me a brand new kayak. So tonight, I thought, why not make a video? I'm coming up the mountain to this beautiful little lake in the Rocky Mountains. It's pristine, water is so clear, it's just amazing. And I brought my fishing pole. We're gonna just paddle around, look at all the scenery. Sometimes we get to see moose and bear and things, you know, on the lake shore. Sometimes you hear loons out there. So we're gonna go up there and we're just gonna enjoy an evening of quiet and peace. I got the kayak tied up to the roof of the car, and we've got about 10 more miles of this dirt road to drive on, and then we'll be there. I'm 11 miles from the nearest blacktop, and we still have a ways to go. Well, we made it up here, about 12 miles deep into the mountains. Wow, isn't that amazing? Man, it's so beautiful up here, it's so quiet. There's our new gift. Isn't that amazing? Well, I put my sweatshirt on because up here in the mountains it's chilly. It was warm today, but it's cold now, man. Alright, we're launching the canoe. Look at all this storage space. I have all that. I have all this. I have all this. Hey, a fish just jumped right there. Look at this. I can even measure my fish on my oar. Uh-oh, you guys fell over. Alright, let's go. And we're off, just like that. Wow, the water is so crystal clear. Look at that. And it's just beautiful up here. Man, it's so amazing. I wonder how cold the water is. Oh my goodness. It's pretty cold. Alright, we're gonna paddle out there and see if we can catch a fish. I'm just kinda awestruck that I got this kayak given to me by a very special friend. I gotta get you guys set up somehow so you don't tip over. Now we're cooking. Oh, dude, this is awesome. I need to show you how clear the water is. 10 feet of water. I hope my phone doesn't fall. See, you can see that log? It might even be as much as 15 feet. I wanted to show you guys this too. See that little notch on my oar? That's to get your snags loose. I got one on each side. Let's just enjoy the beauty together. It's so peaceful up here. I've seen a few trout jump up and get the flies off the water. Well, I'm gonna bait up my rod and get ready to fish. Now I get to go under my little compartment here, get my hooks. We're gonna do it really simple. Night crawlers and a hook. You can't beat that. I catch trout every time I use this. So we're just gonna keep it simple and see what we can catch. Alright, we got it Ready for the best part. Ooh, you gotta love night crawlers. Tear them in half because I'm just using a small hook. Trout simply can't resist that. Already getting a backlash. Gotta adjust it. I think I had a bite. I had to have a bite. Wonder if I can paddle my kayak with one hand and video with the other. Sure I can. There's nothing a gold panner can't do. My voice sounds like I'm an old smoker. I got, I don't know, strep throat or something, I guess. I don't know if it's strep throat, but I lost my voice. Alright, now we're gonna cast this thing right out in there. Let's see what happens. Hey, I just about forgot to tell you guys the secret. It's weekend eve. Yeah, buddy. Well, we're gonna go a little bit of a different route. I'm gonna put this rooster tail on. And this is something that I use for in the ice season when we're ice fishing. And it works extremely well. So I'm gonna dip this thing in there a little bit and then start throwing it, and we'll see if we catch anything. My little bait caster isn't working very well. I didn't use it since last July, I think, when we were at the West Coast and I was fishing with it. And it's not rated for the saltwater, so it's kind of stucky. I'd say the gears are rusted. I'm going to take it apart and grease it up. What I like about a kayak is if you get practiced enough, you can actually pull your kayak all around where you want to go just by casting your lure. I can hear that salt grinding around in there. I was hoping we would see one, and sure enough, there's a loon. There's some spawning beds. I see some fish down there spawning. They're just small. I don't know, you can probably not see them. If we see something big, we'll stop and look at it. All those logs. That's probably 20 feet of water right there. The camera makes it look a little bit closer than it is. See that gravel? I think that's a spawning bed. There's some little fish in there. Didn't bring my gold pan, and I wish I would have, because we're just outside the main panning area. It's actually a pretty good spot. It gets hit really hard because it's a public spot, but you can still find good gold if you look for it. And this being a natural lake, it's so amazing. There's a little stream coming right out under that tree that, who knows, might have gold in it. Next time I come up here, I'm going to bring my gold pan. there goes a jet. It's not too often you see jets out here, so far out in the wilderness. Probably headed to Denver. My goodness. The sun's just going behind the mountain. You can see it hitting the back side there. I should have brought my sleeping bag and we could just camp out, find a nice little spot on the bank and start a fire, and man, we'd be set to go. I'd have to catch a fish for food, but this is amazing to me. Look at all those underwater plants. That's in about 8 or 10 feet of water. And this lake never goes dry. It's not like it flooded. It's just naturally growing. It's so cool. So I was seeing all these crawdad, dead crawdads, and their little pinchers on the bottom of the lake floor. So I came in here in the shallow, and I see these little holes. They look almost like little ant holes. So look at this one. See the eggs on it? She's laying her eggs. Isn't that amazing? I don't know this about crawdads, but do they die after they lay their eggs? Or are they like lobsters and they last for a long time? Look at that. She's probably got 50 or 100 eggs on there. We're gonna let her go back. Let me turn the camera around. There you go, little lady. Where did she? Oh, she's sitting right there. Now she's pinching at me. There she goes. She's gonna go lay her eggs. That is amazing. Let's see if we can find some more. I was gonna catch some and take them home and cook them. Crawdad is a lot like lobster, but if they're laying their eggs, I'm not going to do that right now. Look, here's a piece of broken quartz. Look, there's a dead crawdad. I don't know if they lay their eggs and then die or what, but there's a bunch of dead ones in here. See that little pile of really fine material? You see the crawdad? There's like a little den right there. See that little den right there? What do you know? Bunch of eggs. Look how she curls her tail up, trying to protect her eggs. She lost a claw and now it's coming back. That's amazing. They curl their tail right around their eggs. Alright, little lady. We're gonna put you back. Uh-oh, she's on her back. There she goes. Man, they blend in really well. That is cool. Oh, over here's another one. See that little den they make? Oh, I see her eggs down there. This one's already laid her eggs. The little babies can live in there and stay protected from the cranes and the coons. I'm sure the raccoons like to catch these things and eat them. This is just such a beautiful little cove. you could go right back there in that thick grass and set up your tent and just camp here. Wow, it's so amazing. Do you hear that squirrel up there? He sees us and he is not happy. He's like, what are you guys doing here? Sun's dropping down behind the mountain. Look at that. The lily pads are literally just starting to bloom. Look at that, it's full of bugs. Little flies are eating the nectar. It is so cool.